Hello everyone and welcome. Today I'd like to talk about some mistakes I've made and some whether or not to buy diamond packs and gold packs and all that fun stuff. Honestly, I was looking at my own collection after someone in the guild said this, and as I state right there, Guild Wars has given me most my good cards. Now, one of my best cards is Hoist, which I did get out of a diamond pack, but I would say I'd say you would want to get a good card out of the diamond pack, then focus on cycling. Although someone that I trust a lot, and the math makes sense if you think about it, that you're better off buying a bunch of gold packs if you're only at the part where you only have SRs. Because that will fill in your SRs. This is taking forever to load. Come on. It better not show me the stupid well. That'll piss me off. It likes to do that at random times. Oh, maybe you should wish at the wishing well. No. No. I'll go to the damn well when I please. Anyways, here we go. It makes sense since you can literally get almost 7 of these, just under 7 of these, for the pack, for the cost of a diamond pack. So you're going to get super rares a lot more often. So unless you're going to get a legend, or unless you're aiming for legends, which take forever to grind out, you're better off getting some super rares, focusing on those. Now, I just got done with starting with 6950 fragments on a cycle, and this is what I got. Now, I've heard people say you shouldn't use Nullwoods because they're 1-star boosters, so it's not worth it because you get 1 SR and it eats those alive. That reminds me of what weighs more, a pound of feathers or a pound of iron, you know? I mean, what do you get more? 1,000 experience in 1-star boosters or 1,000 experience in 3-star boosters? It's the same shit. Like, at Nullwoods, you're literally paying. Now, I'm not saying it's the only place you should go, but I was so behind on boosters that I was literally doing normal this one, because for 3 keys, you get boosters. Now, if you don't have your premium enabled, it's gonna seem a lot slower, and you hardly get any character XP and any gold, and the materials kind of suck, and they don't show up as often, and yeah, you can only get 1 or 2 stars from those, but you get so many per key that it's more efficient than to get these air and fire and use them on water and spirit than it is to go somewhere else and get water and spirit. Now, with that said, you'd think Nullwoods 7 that has the 5 keys and actually gives you Sand of Times would be the end-all be-all for that. But honestly, when it comes to material dropping, some of the higher ones are a little bit better. I really like Mistwood March on normal. So during that cycle, all I was doing, I was actually at 40-something raid tickets. I started with just auto-battling Nullwood because you can, I was doing the 5-key one with Sands of Times. You can go through it with red really quick, turn 0 every time. And then after I hit 50 raid tickets, I started doing nothing but raiding here, and I need these crystals really bad because I just got a Hawkeye. So I was raiding here and here, and that's with all the dungeon keys I would get. So I got a little bit of experience, a little bit of, like, hardly any character experience. I started with 24 or 26,000 gold. So I got all that gold, little bit experience, and then I sold 300 gems worth of rares. So let's do the math on that. A diamond pack cost 20,000 fragments, and let's times that by 36% is 72. That's a little too high then. So let's try 35%. 7,000. So I said I started with 6930 frags. So just a little less than 35% of a diamond pack. So in gems, how much is 35%? 700. So I got 300 gems. So not quite 35%. I'm only at, well, let's go something like half of that. So okay, so I got 15% of a diamond pack, but I got all of this. All of that. Come on. Now there's a certain someone in the Kong chat over here that they're a really good person, don't get me wrong, but they love to lament about how this game does not give them enough boosters. They think that the boosters are turned down and that older players have an unfair advantage because they had challenges or some stuff from way before I started the game. I don't know. They also have showed a screenshot where they have 2 Easter eggs. That's a 8,000 gem card. I hope that they split it, but that'd be $100 if you just bought that straight up, right? So if you're, and they always want to buy diamond packs. They say they never miss a diamond pack. To me, if you have Easter eggs and you're spending your fragments and gems on diamond packs instead of cycling like this, that's, to me, it's like owning a Ferrari and complaining you don't have gas money because you keep buying Cadillacs. It makes no sense. You can do this and get plenty of boosters, and yeah, it's a little bit slow, I mean, and overall for the game, but like, how many, there's got to be people my age who played Pokemon in the Game Boy games, not like the show or anything, and all I can think of is how fun it would be if the game started you off right away with a Hyper Beam. That seems like it would be boring as hell if your starter Pokemon just had a Hyper Beam and you just went through Hyper Beaming everyone at the start and there was just no challenge or thought in it. These boosters make it so you have to consider the most efficient way and have to consider the best cards to do. So yeah, I know he's ugly. Leave it alone. I got him kind of rushed. But I don't know. To me, that's just asinine. That's, yeah, it could be a little bit quicker on the boosters, but in reality, she in particular, I believe, is hurting herself by continuing to buy diamond packs, even though she could be bronze pack cycling. With that said, looking at the arena tiers, which, oh, this is something else. So I got 300 gems, and I haven't started the arena yet, but I think 7 arena keys, 8, 6, more than start, 7. All right. So if you look at the reward tiers, yeah, you get 5,000 fragments for free, and just for completing this last one, it will put you in the 4,000 bracket, which is what I was in last time because I was super lazy with it. But I don't care because it was free. I didn't pay anything for refills. Now, they also insist on always going for the 400 bracket, which is understandable. But honestly, 400 gems in bronze pack cycling is barely better than the 5,000 frags. In the 5,000 frag bracket, I should have gotten to. I was like, I think 30 places out of 500, which was pretty bad, but for free. And like, honestly, I'm pretty bored with the arena, but I still do it just to get my card collection, you know? So these 5,000 is almost as good as 400. I'm not going to say they are as good. A lot of people were saying I was an idiot, but like, I don't get, yeah, you have the utility, you can spend those gems on brag cards or whatnot, but it's almost the same, and all that stuff I'm raking in on these fragments, I got 300 gems on barely more than this. So all those bonuses I'm showing you, they're not worth it? I don't get it. Now, I don't have a smartphone, and I used to work at a prison. And the prison, you average between 50 or 60 hours a week, depending on how bad the overtime was. I was a little bit of a wallet warrior starting out. I dropped a bunch of money on the game because I'd always let my keys refill, and I felt I was being, or overfill. And like I said, I don't have a smartphone, and even if I did, phones aren't allowed in the prison, so I wouldn't have been able to do there. So I made a huge mistake at the beginning, or a super inefficiency, I should say. And I had Logan's Tidal Wave, one of these, or Tidal Kick, and I kept buying it. I only used one Tidal Kick. I used it to get the Tidal Kick to 3 stars, and honestly, it worked. It got me through. But it was such a waste of gems, especially since it's 800 after the first time you get it, I think. Or the one I was buying was 800. It was such a waste. If I had been bronze pack cycling, I'd be so much further. So much further. Like, I wasted so much on these special offers. I think I said in the last video, or in the video on bronze pack cycling, Sleeping Dust, Cloak Party maybe, those are worth getting. And then if you're a brand new player and you want to use skill heroes, maybe the darts. That's about it. But I bought almost all of these. Like, I didn't have Hawk at the time, but let me just look at my heroes real quick. I didn't get his. I got hers twice. Got his twice. Didn't get his. Got his literally like a dozen times. Got hers once and then took the time to split it. Didn't get hers. Earthquake sucks. That was one of the ones I sold for the gems. Got his twice. That's almost worth it, except for you get out of sight for the monthly. Got his twice. Hers once. Hers I didn't get. So going back to this. Yeah, I talk a lot. Something like my first Rejuvenate All, I took the time to split. That's another mistake I made. I didn't know it was a monthly reward. Look up your monthly super rares. I have it posted on our line app. It's on Discord. It's on the forums. It's everywhere. The information's there. I wish I did, but I had more money than time when I began this game, and unfortunately, time to gain the info on this stuff is way more valuable than just mindlessly dropping money, which, especially after they screwed up the last 2 Guild Wars, I'm so mad about spending that much money on this stupid game. But I really like this game because it reminds me of kind of a mix between Magic the Gathering and the RPGs I grew up with, like Shining Force and the PlayStation 1 Final Fantasy and stuff like that. I like having this with the social aspect of it. Something I forgot on this list was Smelling Salts. That's another one I got out of a diamond pack that I could have got on the monthly, and I actually got one for a Guild War reward. So my suggestion to people is that brag cards are your best bet, because brag cards you can aim exactly for what you want, and then they increase your spins for getting not only whatever cards from Guild Wars, but more gems from there, more boosters from there. So you get more than just the brag card, and that's something that's pissing me off a lot in the forums. They screwed up that Guild War, and they're like, a lot of people are rightfully upset because they spent a bunch to get Quicksilver. Now, Quicksilver is one of the best Hawk cards, it really is. And there's a bunch of endgamers who are saying, you didn't get squat, you got one of the best Hawk cards, you should be happy. That's asinine. If I'm paying for a brag card, I'm not paying for just the card. It's not, I don't care about, I myself, I'm happy with it. But I can understand all these people who wanted, more gems, more spins, more frags, more everything. Like, they got ripped off. Whether or not the card's good, I don't understand the people. That would be like saying, let's go into a Ferrari dealership, and Ferrari's a bad example. let's use Honda. Let's say I got a Civic Si, and for some reason my turbo isn't on it, but I still have the best handling Civic with carbon fiber and all this fun stuff. That's nice, but I paid for that turbo. I want that turbo too. Like, come on. This makes no sense to me how people would just defend their fucking stupid actions. So yeah, so that's some of the mistakes I've made. Hopefully some helps you better on deciding where to invest with these packs. One thing I'll say is never get this one. Because once again, you can get, I probably in one of these, or no, two of these since they're, and then you keep cycling, you'll probably end up with, well, not quite as much, but you get so much other stuff. I can't say it enough. Like, to me, this is end all be all. If I actually keep track of exactly how many gems I'm making off of this instead of buying bronze packs, or instead of buying diamond packs, I still maintain that you will be able to buy a bronze pack or a diamond pack every 5-ish weeks instead of the 2 weeks that you can do it for free otherwise. But you get so much other stuff, it's just worth it. That's my opinion. I don't know how much more I can show that. Alright, I want to keep this one short, so we'll call 16 minutes. Alright, boy.